folks, it's Sarah with Obadiah's. Today I want to do a product comparison for you guys on the Nordica stove versus the MBS Magnum here. So I'm going to go through some similarities and differences, pros and cons of each. So both models are actually going to be primarily cast iron stoves. This particular model that I'm comparing right now is the Milly, which is one of the larger models in the Nordica line. So overall it looks like a bigger stove than this Magnum here. However, if you were comparing one of the smaller models of Nordica, they would actually be similar in overall size. So because I'm showing you the Milly, this model is going to have a bigger firebox and oven. However, if you were comparing like the Rosa model, or the Rosa Reverse, then it would be more comparable to the Magnum here. So let's talk about some of the differences. The Nordica is going to be made in Italy. The MBS Magnum comes from Serbia. Now, Italians are known for their quality, their attention to detail, and their styling features. So speaking of styling, let's talk about color. So the colors look pretty similar. In person though, this is burgundy, not red by MBS. And the burgundy is maybe just a little bit darker than the tiles here from Nordica. Now, Nordica stoves are going to have full ceramic tiles. These tiles will generally have detailing in them, which is very, very beautiful. The Magnum stoves are very simple. These are painted side panels, and it's just like a standard porcelain enamel finish on the paint. So it's better than a flat paint because it's easier to wipe stuff up if you get kind of spills or anything like that. But it's not the same kind of quality of a ceramic tile like you're going to get from Nordica. Nordica is available in a variety of sizes and options. They have side flues like shown here. They have center flues like shown on the Milly. Nordica stoves are going to have the removable rings on the top of the stove. So if you're looking to do the wok style cooking where you want to drop different size pans down in there for that, Nordica is going to be a much better fit because the MBS Magnum just has one single plate. And you know what, actually, this plate is not even located directly above the firebox. It's kind of more on the oven side, so it's not even going to give you that direct flame access. Let's see, other features on the stove. The Nordica stoves have more variety for the levels on their oven rack. Generally, they start at a minimum of about 3 levels, and a lot of them range all the way up to 5. Now, the MBS Magnum basically just has 2 levels on their oven. Both models are going to have an enamel lined oven, so that's nice, easier to keep clean. The Nordica Milly is shown on legs, so there is no warming drawer like shown below here. However, a lot of the other Nordica models have that. So you can see this nice little drawer that pulls out below. All models on the MBS and the Nordica will have ash pans as well as oven cleanouts located directly here on the front of the stove. Let's see, other finishing details. So the Nordica stoves are going to have these rails. The Milly here has the full 3-piece rail where there's a split here. I'll show you another Nordica model I have on the floor which has a full railing there. And these MBS models, they don't have those. So that's something to keep in mind there. That's going to be a difference. Let's see. A lot of the Nordica stoves are going to have the option for a connection to outside air, and the MBS Magnum is not going to have that option either. Now, the MBS Magnum, I should also state this, the MBS Magnum is not UL listed, so it's not actively UL listed. In the past it did go through UL testing, however that certificate expired because each year you have to send an inspector and keep up with all this paperwork, which never got done on the Magnum. So there will be a sticker on the Magnum that says it's listed, that is tested, but it's not listed. So that could potentially cause a problem with your homeowner's insurance. Most of the La Nordica stoves that we sell are going to have the UL listing. There's just an exception of a few models that don't carry that. So if you need a UL listing, definitely go with the La Nordica. Now, in the past, the MBS stoves have been rated to burn coal, which when it was actually put through that UL testing, the testing certificate was rated to burn coal. However, it should be noted that MBS won't actually warranty coal burning, which is something that I've recently found out. Now, thankfully, with all the stoves on the market, I've never had a problem or anybody contacting me to file any kind of warranty claim when burning coal, but it should be noted. Like if you burn your stove out because you're burning coal that burns too hot, you know, anthracite coal burns much hotter than wood, there's not actually a warranty feature on that, even though it was tested to burn coal. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's talk about service. Service is huge when it comes to a company, especially on our import models. If we don't get service, it's really hard for me to provide service to you. Getting parts, things like that. I will say La Nordica is definitely has been much better on their responses and communication and production dates and times. So consistency, and if getting good service and getting good parts is going to be a concern for you, then honestly I would lean towards the La Nordica for that particular reason. All in all, one thing to keep in mind though is La Nordica stoves are absolutely not rated, tested, or anything to burn coal, so we don't recommend it at all. Here, they were tested for it, but they're not warranted to burn coal, so that's something you should be aware of. I want to show you guys the MBS up close compared to the La Nordica. So you can see what I mean. Really just simple, basic styling here. I want to point out the bottom. This is damaged. The stove shouldn't look like that. But this is what's weird about the Magnum. So this whole bottom base of the stove is actually removable, which has worked out in our favor because we've had a lot of this damage on this stove. This La Nordica here is on legs, but let me show you this one. This is different. So the stove goes all the way down to the base. Now the front door pulls out, but like the base of the stove goes all the way down to the floor. So that's going to be difference on the La Nordica. So here's another La Nordica stove. You can see beautiful detailing in the tiling. La Nordica has many different models that are going to have many different styling patterns. So, and different colors. And again, they're ceramic tile. This here is just a porcelain painted panel. So it's got that shiny enamel, but again, it's not ceramic. It's not that decorative. It's just pretty simple. Here's the cooktop here, so you can see it does not have that removable ring. Just a simple cast iron. This is the top on the La Nordicas. They're always going to have these nice removable rings here. And then I'll show you the difference in the backs of the stoves here as well. So everybody wants to see that. Here's the back of the Milly. The back of the MBS though is all black. Sometimes people prefer that. I'll show you the back of this other La Nordica I have as well. But here, yeah, you can just see detailing of the stove up close. Porcelain panels. Handles are simple black plastic. I think the handles honestly look a little nicer on the La Nordica here. Yeah, you can just see what I mean, like these kind of details on the door. Those make a big difference for styling, for aesthetics. These MBS Magnums are just pretty simple. And honestly, the price point is not significantly different to upgrade to the La Nordica. Yeah, something to keep in mind. Here's the back of the Rosetta. This one like has this built-in heat shield, so it is a different color. But you can also see it's got this outside air connection as well, and so does the Milly. The MBS just doesn't offer that. This is what the La Nordica cooktop looks like after it's been burnt. So you can see it kind of gets that that discoloration versus the shiny top that I've shown you on the Milly. Now the Milly does have a little bit more decoration on the front. This is going to be the Rosetta model. So more simple on the actual doors themselves here, not the same decorative that you have on the Milly. But the decoration on the tile versus just that plain pattern, I think looks quite a bit nicer. And then this is the 3-piece railing that I was also discussing on the Nordica. That's a nice, pretty little feature, I think, as well. So, these are going to be the major differences between the MBS Magnum and the Nordica cast iron stoves. I really hope you guys found this product overview helpful. If you like my videos, don't forget, give us a quick thumbs up. Click the subscribe button in that corner of the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless. Have a wonderful day.